Hey everyone, my name's Vince Gelman. It's been a while since I've created a video, and I felt it was time. It's been a bit of a transition that I've gone through in my personal life and in my professional work, of being a healer, a teacher, of leading online healing and activation ceremonies, where people from all over the world come. And I'm really excited with where it's all going for me right now and the big transitions that are happening, towards working with a more diverse range of spirit beings. And one of those spirit beings that I'm now called to work with, and we have a ceremony coming up this Sunday, May 1st, with this particular spirit being, and that's with the spirit of the beautiful dolphin, this beautiful dolphin. And I've never swam with dolphins before. I don't know if you have. I've always wanted to swim with dolphins. I would never swim with dolphins if they were caged in any place, or hemmed in. I would only want to swim with them in the wild, in their home where they're free. Um, but it's something I've always wanted to do, and one of the reasons is because to me, dolphins really represent the spirit of the child. They represent the spirit of playfulness and joy. And, um, I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to lead what I used to call play shops, and they were called Remembering to Play. And I traveled extensively across Canada, leading Remembering to play shops and keynotes to, not to kids actually, but to adults. And a lot of those adults were early childhood educators. And for me, it was really about really supporting adults to reconnect with the spirit of the child within themselves, to really learn to love and to honor and express their inner child. And in doing so, in loving and honoring and expressing their inner child, they would bring their inner child to their daycare. They would bring their inner child to their home, and that inner child would interact more with the children they work with or the children they have at home. And so I think we are much more able to relate to children. I think this goes without saying. We're much more able to relate to children if we have an activated, um, inner child in us, a child in us that really represents the spirit of innocence and imagination and creativity and wonder and curiosity and flexibility and risk taking and adventure. All the things that we see young, happy, active children embody and express so well. So, so that was a big part of my purpose. That I did that for, I don't know, 12, 15 years. I was well known. I'm still looked upon as an international authority on the subject of play. And so for me, I don't do that anymore. I moved into a new path of being more of a healer, and and so I've been working a lot with different ascended masters. Like I've been doing healing transmissions with Kuan Yin, with Isis, with Hathor. I've been working with Diamond Light for a while, uh, and certainly a lot with Starlight, as some of you may know, and looking at the feature video in my YouTube channel. And I've done a lot of work with the inner star child, as I call that, the inner star child in us. But it's my first time actually working with a spirit animal, at least in this lifetime. And so I'm really excited and honored to work with this really powerful, powerful spirit animal of the dolphin. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the dolphin and invite you to the ceremony, which is this Sunday, May 1st at 11 a.m. Pacific time. You can actually receive the healing and activation without actually attending. So if you're busy, if you're sleeping, working, traveling, you can still receive the healing and activation, even if you're not on Zoom with us. So all that's I'll put a link for that in the description. And I can't remember if I said this, but the cost is 77 Canadian for this 75-minute ceremony, which includes a 30-minute healing and activation. So what that means is I'm directly transmitting the great spirit of the dolphin and all that dolphin represents, So who are these beloved beings? Who are these beloved beings, the dolphins? So again, some of you might have actually swam with dolphins before. And if you have, I'm curious what your experience was, and feel free to leave a comment about that. What did you feel about the dolphins? What did you sense about them, about these incredibly intelligent beings? What did they give you? What legacy did they leave in your heart, in your cells, in your bones, in your mind, in your soul? What impact did that encounter have on you? Or have you had any encounters with dolphins in the spirit world without actually having swam with them in the actual ocean water, but maybe you swam with them in the cosmos? So dolphins, what they are powerful harmonizers of the collective field. What I mean by that is that they're excellent, they're powerful through their sonar rays, through their global presence. They're so powerful at harmonizing the consciousness of all creatures in the ocean and creatures outside the ocean, in the soil, on the soil, in the air. They actually hold kind of like in my earlier video, I think it was 2 videos ago, I talked about how light workers are contributing to the grid of light, the Christ grid of light or the Buddha grid of light on the planet. Dolphins contribute to that. They hold, contribute, anchor that grid of light, and they actually are like weavers. They weave the consciousness of other beings into that grid. So they're like harmonizers. They pull all the different beings together and they hold them in sort of like as one family of light. So we can see examples of this, in the description of my website, which I'll link on YouTube. You can see the amazing ways that dolphins interact, unlike other animals, how they interact with different types of animals. So for instance, in the description on my website, there's an awesome video of dolphins interacting with a cat. There's stories of dogs having tremendous encounters with dolphins. I remember watching this one story of a dog, I think it was in Ireland, and every day the dog would run down to the beach and jump into the ocean, and he or she, the dog, would interact playfully in the ocean every day with the same dolphin. The dolphin would wait for him, and the dog would jump in, and they would play together. And in the description on my website, I have another video of this incredible relationship between a dog and a dolphin. We also know of the many stories, the many examples of how dolphins have healed and protected human beings. Dolphins have tremendously powerful healing energy, so they're not just harmonizers weaving the collective together, but they're powerful in terms of just their sonar rays, their frequencies that they transmit that heal people. And again, if you've had the honor, the privilege of swimming with dolphins, you might know the impact of their healing energy. So one of the things that dolphins do, one of the gifts that they offer, is they really help to heal the inner child, what I call the inner star child in us. They are tremendously powerful in their embodiment of playfulness, in their childlike spirit, in their big smiles, because if you look at them, they have this tremendous smile, this laughter. It really does sound like laughter with them. They, in that embodiment of the spirit of the child, when they relate to us, they touch the child in us. And they obviously really touch children, actual physical children, human children. Children love dolphins, and dolphins love children. And it's because there's that connectivity through the many qualities of the spirit of the child that I mentioned already. Joy, imagination, wonder, connectivity. Even the way that dolphins move, they do a spiral dance. They swim like this sometimes. So there's a way in which they swim which really is a mirror for how children move. If we look at children, they don't really do much in a straight line, do they? They don't walk in a straight line. They don't eat in a straight line. They don't sing in a straight line. They don't talk in a straight line. They love to doodle. They love to twist and turn and twirl and whirl. They love to spiral, right? And spirals are one of the ancient patterns of the cosmos, from DNA to seashells to the way the wind moves to right up to our galaxies, right? So we can see that the spiral is an ancient pattern in the cosmos, in nature. And we say that children are closest to God. Well, they're the embodiment of that ancient pattern in the way they move. And that's why it is very hard for children to, sometimes it's hard for them, it can be, to sit at a desk all day in the school system and to study rote linear information, because their impulse is that of the spiral. Their impulse is that of being in a spiral relationship with life, to move as the dolphin moves, to dream as the dolphin dreams, to laugh as the dolphin laughs with unbridled enthusiasm. So when dolphins connect to the child, it's like a validation, whether that child's a real child or the adult's inner child. When they meet, there's a validation there. There's a yes, there's an I see you, there's a healing transmission, an activation transmission that really allows that spirit of the child to become even more alive in their power, in their essence. So this is one of many great gifts, and I don't know a whole bunch of them, if not all, most of them. I don't know the many, many mysterious gifts that dolphin medicine offers. But it's called dolphin heart waves healing and activation because when I say that they're like harmonizers of Gaia, harmonizers of the earth, weaving, harmonizing, pulling all these beings together in a tapestry of oneness, in a tapestry of love, they're doing that through what I call their heart waves, through what a more scientific term would be their communications or their sonar rays, or we might even say their songs. But I'm calling it their heart waves, these heart wave frequencies that go out, that transmit through the ocean and transmit over the ocean, and that touch everybody that's open to them across the planet. So these heart wave transmissions I'm going to be transmitting to you in this online ceremony. And what that's going to do is it's going to help to activate your heart waves. It's going to help to activate your heart and to activate the waves, the spiritual waves, the soulful waves, the creative waves, the loving waves, the imaginative waves, the childlike waves, and ways, waves and ways within you that want to be expressed. And so Dolphin really wants to help bring out your heart, to help express your heart more fully, to help you express your heart more fully. Checking my microphone, I think it's good. So Dolphin is a powerful, powerful medicine. It's a true gift whose time has come, and we need more of this on the planet right now. We need more of the love and the power and the intelligence that dolphin has to offer us. And as you know, so many dolphins are getting slaughtered, they're getting captured. We're losing our dolphin population just like we're losing our whale population. And so when we come together in this sacred ceremony, and when we anchor these frequencies of dolphin heart waves, when we anchor them in our cells, in our DNA, when we anchor them in our cells, what we're doing is we're bringing the spirit of dolphin onto the planet. We're helping to bring the spirit of the dolphin and all that is the dolphin more fully on the planet to make it a more hospitable environment for the dolphin. Because I have a feeling that a lot of the dolphins that leave this planet, they don't want to come back again. They don't want to come back because it's just too inhospitable. All the one of the big things that really disturbs dolphins and whales is the noise pollution in the ocean. There's more noise pollution than ever in the ocean. It's not just the physical toxins, it's the noise pollution. And so the spirit of the dolphin is reluctant to reincarnate. So we're losing dolphins, and they don't necessarily want to come back again. And yet, if we help clean the air, so to speak, or clean the water, by bringing in these holy frequencies of dolphin, we really invite them back. We really invite them back. And we empower ourselves in the process. We empower ourselves by being ambassadors or emissaries of those holy high dolphin heart waves. And we really activate the child in us to help amplify them, to express them more fully. So this is a tremendous gift that is not just about activating your inner child and opening you to your heart and your heart waves, but it can really support you to heal old stuff in your system, old pain, chronic symptoms. It can obviously help to open, to release any barriers you have, any, you could say, any shields you have around your heart. So when you do this ceremony, when you participate, as I write about in the description, you can ask for healing on anything you want. And you're gonna, if you do come, you will be setting up intentions. You'll be writing intentions in advance, and you can ask for healing empowerments on anything you want, for whether it's a sore shoulder or digestive issues or sleep issues, or just wanting to connect more to your creativity. Dolphin, heart waves, the spirit of the dolphin is here to support you. The final thing I want to say is that, and I write this in the description again, I've said that a few times, I feel strongly, and I'm really passionate about this, I feel strongly that dolphin medicine is really good for people with autism. People diagnosed with autism. Now, I don't have any kids, just so you know, if you're wondering, I don't have any kids, so I don't have any kids who've been diagnosed with autism. I don't know anyone with autism. I've worked extensively with organizations who supported people with autism. I've done hours and hours of training work for the organizations in Canada at the time. They were called community living organizations. I think it's called, at least in BC now, I think it's called Inclusion BC, I'm not sure, but and at that time, we were calling people with autism, we were calling them people with developmental disabilities. Here's my perspective on people with autism, and again, please know I'm no expert on people with autism, and yet I feel a real heartfelt passion for supporting them. And that is, they are a right brain dominant being, right brain dominant soul in a very left brain world. And so they struggle to fit in because they're very much at home in the non-linear, imaginative realm of the right brain and the heart. And that's very hard for them. It's very hard for them to fit into this world that's very left brain oriented, that prizes logic over intuition and thinking over feeling, that prizes certainty over uncertainty, that prizes brain and intellect over heart and feeling, knowledge over knowing. So, we can say they have disabilities, but maybe it's everyone else that has disabilities, and we're actually trying to catch up to them because they're showing us what it is to live with a very powerful, activated right brain and very much in touch with their heart center. So Dolphin, in my opinion, is a high frequency match for these high frequency beings. They are a high frequency match for these high frequency souls diagnosed with autism. And so if someone who is diagnosed with autism receives this healing and activation, it could be a powerful, powerful gift to their soul and their body and mind. A powerful, powerful gift. It's kind of like treating like with like, if you get what I mean. I think we do that with homeopathy, treat like with like. So we're treating autism we're treating the frequency of autism, the frequency of the being with autism, with the frequency of Dolphin, which is a high frequency. A lot of people who come to this world and who have been diagnosed with autism are actually really powerful and high frequency souls. And they've chosen a particular journey that's challenging, but they are, but I feel like it's like they could really, it would be such a blessing for them to be met with the medicine of Dolphin, to be met with that high frequency energy, an energy that basically conveys to them, you're just perfect the way you are, and I love you just the way you are. And this isn't, I'm not saying this is about healing autism. I'm not here to say to you, this is going to heal autism. What I'm saying to you, this is about perhaps making it a lot easier for people who've been diagnosed with autism to live with it, to feel more empowered with it, which can really support their caregivers, their parents, whoever that might be as well, to give those people diagnosed with autism a greater sense of self-regulation, a greater sense of who they are, right? So this is powerful medicine. This is a powerful transmission from the dolphins that I'm suggesting here that I just intuitively feel is good medicine for people with autism. Now, I hope I explained that well, and just, excuse me if I wasn't perfect in my language, because I'm no expert on autism. I'm really going from my heart here and my intuition. I've written about autism in the description. But this is for everyone, this healing and activation. It's for everyone. And so it is a tremendous honor for me to share this with you, this sacred ceremony. Again, it's on Zoom. And again, if you can't make the time, you can still, as long as you register, receive the healing and activation. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And it's this Sunday, Pacific time, May 1st, 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. So thank you, and thank you so much for listening to me speak. Thank you for being on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please share. Please leave your comments, and thank you, and have a wonderful day.